Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I don't know for how long Hungary will conduct its foreign policy in a seemingly independent manner, but nevertheless, as of now, Viktor Orban is still there and acting in the interest of people who voted for him, which is the Hungarian people. And he's having a little fights with the European Union, with everyone who's or they're trying to impose anything that Hungarian culture, Hungarian people, Hungarian nation does not like. So he's courageous and ballsy. Now he's getting again in trouble with the European Union by supporting China, or at least defending China. This article comes from Sputnik and it's from today, the 21st of October 2022. This is the title: Hungary to oppose any attempts to sever economic ties between Europe and China, Foreign Minister says. So they are trying to prevent the European Union sanctioning China in any way, I get it. But Budapest have been urging the EU leadership to stick to pragmatic policies, as the bloc is suffering for economic hardships, including record high inflation and an energy crisis after Brussels implemented sanctions against Russia. Hungarian Foreign Minister, fantastic guy, check him out, Peter Szijjártó, warned on Thursday that his country would be turning down, and I'm quoting, any attempts to sever economic relations between the EU and Beijing. And I'm quoting, because it is not politically correct. It is not to mention too often, but if you add up the trade volume of the 27 EU countries, our number one trade partner is China. There is a serious issue on the agenda: the possible destruction of the economic interaction between Europe and China, which we should definitely oppose, because if the ties between China and European companies and businesses, the ties between the two economies are severed, it will have a tragic effect on the European economy, Szijjártó said at an energy conference. 100% true. Or maybe 99% true. Let's be, leave a little door. But I think it's true. I mean, if you the biggest partner is China, and you're gonna sanction China, you sanctioned Russia, and you get your most energy comes from from Russia. You fucked up that relationship. Not the Russians, you, because you inserted yourself in the Ukrainian. Actually in the United States and Russian war on the territory of Ukraine. You inserted yourself with your stupid sanctions, and now you shot yourself in the foot. Winter's coming, and you ask people to take less showers and be a little bit cold, go and sleep with their skiing gear. Now you want to destroy, I was about to say something bad, fuck up your relationship with China as well? Are you crazy? What's next? What is not with the United States, because the United States is the good guy here, always and forever. So the minister previously held talks with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi, noting that only third parties are interested in the deterioration of EU-China ties. Who might that be? Zimbabwe? Yeah, exactly. Zimbabwe from over the Atlantic, over the rainbow. Yes. His statement comes after reports suggesting that the foreign ministers of the bloc were advised to toughen their stance against Beijing by the European External Action Service, which called China an, and I'm quoting, all-out competitor. Well, I don't know how you're going to compete with China, but I mean, you have technology, but those guys are not idiots. Come on now. This is not the first time the issue of cooperation with China has been the focus of the European agenda. For example, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz found himself in the spotlight after reports suggested he was backing the purchase of foothold in Hamburg port by Chinese state-owned shipping company Costco. What? Let me read that again, because this is news to me. So Olaf Scholz found himself to suggest that he was backing the purchase of a foothold in Hamburg port by the Chinese state-owned shipping company Costco. Okay, the move brought harsh criticism from other parties in the German government coalition, the Free Democratic Party, they're probably the communists, and the Greens, semi-communists, saying that the deal is a huge risk. At the same time, the head of Germany's Foreign Security Service, BND, warned that the country should not be painfully dependent on China. I heard this story, the same BS about not being dependent on Russian oil and gas, because they can blackmail you. Okay, now they're gone. Who are you going to be blackmailed now by? By someone or someone's, because you can't beat your cows over their bellies and get gas off their butts. Okay, you can't do that. So you gotta get some from somewhere, and guess who's the big saver? The guy who made you put the sanctions on yourselves, and that is the United States of Zimbabwe. Yes, they're gonna come and help you, but they're gonna help you by making you pay even more for your gas than you pay the Russians. That's the help. I thought it was, it was without money. I help you, and no, not for a profit. But hey, maybe values change now in this environment. But who cares? Pay more, guys. And regarding China, if you place sanctions on China or do something with that, how many things China provides, biggest partner, for a fragment of the costs you would pay if those products will be made, I don't know, let's say in Romania or Hungary or France, God forbid. You will pay maybe 7 times more. Do you think you're going to pay for a t-shirt, I don't know, let's say $10? Probably $40. And then what? I think you're going to put a medal of virtue here. We impose sanctions on Russia, we impose sanctions on China, and one down there we impose sanctions on ourselves. I guess so. So yeah, I like Hungary. I'm a Romanian and I like Hungary. I hope the Romanians are not going to beat me up for that, but I don't care. What's true, it's true. If courage is courage, it doesn't matter if it comes from left, right, up and down. The same in a war, all the medals of virtue and courage and of merit. It doesn't matter if it's coming from this country or this country or this country or that enemy or that friend. Courage is courage. It doesn't matter where it comes from, even if it's against you. So the same here. If it comes from Hungary, I don't care, man. They're fantastic. They're fantastic compared with the politics of that weasel country called Romania, where I'm from. I'm sorry to say that was one reason why I left that beautiful country. Too bad it's populated with humans, but that's a different story, including the politicians, which are part of the Romanian people. So whenever we blame the politicians, we should maybe take a mirror and look at us first, because you fucking voted for them. All right? And if you don't do anything, who else? Who else? They've been raping that country for, 1990. That's when anyway. Yeah, very, very, very sour and very angry about that. Still am, because that's why I'm here right now and I'm not over there. But nevertheless, choices, right? And consequences. I'm not dissatisfied of my life whatsoever, but it's something that it's broken somewhere, and there's not gonna be put back again. And I have names, and unfortunately those people are still alive, let's put it this way. But whatever, I don't wish them harm too much. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.